every time I try to eat healthy, along comes Christmas or Easter or summer or Friday or Tuesday, and just ruins it all for me. But enough about beauty. Now on with the shave. I'm trying out 2 new things today. One is Hamami from Noble Otter. Frank Strömberg is letting me try this one out. My first attempt at Noble Otter, I think. And one of the things I picked up on Tradera, which is the Swedish eBay. I paid 30 euros for 3 things, so it was and this was one, so this is 10 euros then. This is a Tohri shavette. Very light plastic. It fits a Kismet blade, so it probably fits other stuff, whatever people use in wicks. It has a button, so it is a little bit more clever than a wick, because you can push the blade out with the button and you push it back, because with the wick you have to hold there and it's quite tight, and I'm always a bit afraid to cut myself. So very light, a bit flimsy as compared to the wick, but take that for a spin. Oh yeah, this brush, which was a generous gift from Marion the Barbarian. It's certified American, really cool, really good looking brush. I'm not super friends with the knot, and yeah, it's okay, but I don't use it as often as I would like. So I'm thinking of replacing this with a boar knot. I'm going to shave with the boar brush that Frank and Matti made, as you know, as an example, something like that. Or maybe something that looks like this in size, but boar. Using this, maybe think of boar. So what do you think? What do you guys think, guys? Do you think we should do it, guys? And then how do you do it on this thing? Because that's rubber. This black bit is plastic. I honestly don't know how to do that without ruining it. So I'm not going to ruin it by trying, but thoughts and advice, please, if you don't mind. Okie doke, shave we will. Shave we will. Yeah, apart from those things ruining it for me when I try to eat healthy, there's other stuff too, like crisps and chocolate and things like that just lie about at home, because they don't lie about very long for me. Late last night I thought, well, bag of nuts, mixed nuts. Whew, it's a calorie bomb for you. So I ate the whole thing while drinking 2 glasses of wine just before going to bed. And I checked, and it was like 1,200 calories in the nuts alone. Idiot. Je suis un idiot. So I shouldn't blame all those things. It's me. I come in the way. But I want to eat healthy. Oh, I got a gym card today. Haven't had one in quite a while. Probably 3 years. And I was really close, and then COVID came. But now we're back, so I'm gonna go to the gym a bit. I need that for physiotherapy, for everything that aches anyway. But I'll try and do a bit of healthy stuff like weights and cardio and etc. So this scent is pretty cool. I read about it, and it's supposed to make you think of a Turkish bath. Now, I haven't been in one, so I don't know what it smells like. And yeah, I'm not entirely convinced. Kind of interesting. So when I got it from Frank, I opened the lid and I let my wife smell it without saying anything, and she said, "It smells like wet concrete." I said, are you silly? There's no soap smelling like wet concrete. And then I read the scent notes, and it's all flowery stuff mainly. Well, I'll take that back. I'll tell you what's in it: saffron, bergamot, petit grain, jasmine, geranium, sandalwood, tonka bean, and in the middle, wet stone. Indeed. So my wife just went, but she had two. I know everything. And she does, and it's very annoying. It's good when you're in a quiz and she's on your team. Apart from that, it's just annoying having a wife that knows everything. It's just, it's no upside. No, I can't think of any apart from a quiz. So, wet stone. That's pretty cool to be able to, maybe it's not difficult, but cool anyway to try and or to manage to make a soap, amongst other things, smell like wet stone, and you just nail it. But I guess you can. I was watching Real Talk, which you can find on Instagram on IMCDB's channel. He was interviewing the folks from PAA, and they've made soaps that smell like pretty much anything. The only PAA soap I have is, I've had a few. I have Son of Honeysuckle, which Chris hates, but I think it's fantastic. And I've had another few. I've had Dapper Doc, which you saw in maybe the previous video, where I am showing off some of the stuff that's going to be in the upcoming raffle. So anyway, but a soap that smells just like dirt. Now that's not nice, but it's pretty cool. And so I guess you can, that's hydrated enough, isn't it? I guess you can make a soap that smells like much anything. Barrister Man makes some crazy stuff as well, we know that. Okay, good to go. Seems like I wasn't even paying attention to what I was doing, thinking about other things, and you get a marvelous lather anyways. So this thing weighs about 3 grams and it's quite flimsy, but let's see if it works. I mean, you could argue it's only blade holder anyway. Of course it isn't, it's magic. But I have a Tohri straight razor. So I don't know if it's the same company. Spelled the same way, but it's Japanese. And I haven't seen many of these around. Actually, I've never seen one around. It works. Lather once off. It works. It is very light. It's a little bit short too. Okay, let's compare it to a wick. This is a light wick, but normal size. So it's a style A. So quite different in. Maybe it's like a small wick in size, and yeah. Apart from that, it's quite similar. But this is all very light plastic. The tang is plastic, so it's like a cheapo version. But for a small Japanese hand, it would probably be pretty ideal. And the weight is not important. It's actually quite good if it's light, because then you don't get tempted to press very hard, and you don't want to do that and a wek style razor, because then you butcher yourself. It is a very nice soap. Very, very nice. Not the most amazing scent I've ever tried, but it's, you know, I like soaps with a story, or, you know, a bit of imagination. So Turkish bath, cool. Would have been even cooler if I'd been to one. And you could argue, well, no, you don't have to, because you've tried this soap. Yeah, but I don't think it's quite, I think there's more to a Turkish bath than scent. Like colossal, hairy men giving you very, very brutal massages. So, yeah. I'll just leave it at that. Yeah. So you imagine that, the smell of wet concrete. Yeah. That reminds me of school. No, it doesn't. And yet, you have to press a little bit, obviously, because the weight is so little. Is weight light? No, a thing is light. The weight is low, little low. Weight Watcher. Qu'est-ce que c'est? Weight Watcher. Qu'est-ce que c'est? Weight Watchers. Who you gonna call? Weight Watchers. I ain't afraid of those scales. Boom. Okay. Silly boy. Second pass. Ooh, it is small. This is so tiny. Yeah, it's like it's made for small hands. It works. I'm quite sure I'm going to get a shave which is just as good as a wek shave, but that's because of the blade, which is the same. But I'm not getting a huge amount of help from the blade holder. But really, on a serious note, if you have, I'm gonna grab the alum. If you have small hands, this is good. This might be ideal, even better than like a small wick. Because yeah, it shaves really well. Yeah, cool. All going well. I'm getting my Philharmonica 14 and the Shave&Butcher that I got from Chris Bailey. I'm getting those back fine-tuned. They were okay, but they needed to fine-tune. So Nicholas has arranged that, so we're meeting up on Tuesday. All going well. Oh, it is so small. I've got to shave with that travel razor that I got in the same purchase. Speaking of small. works okay. Great soap. So it doesn't have the sort of, I apologize for the references, but Moroccan, because you know, Arabic, it's only Arab country I've been to, I think. Or no, it isn't, I've been to plenty, but the one I know a little doesn't have the same spicy scent. I'm trying to think what Turkey smells like. I've been to Turkey 10 times at least. Well, no, 5. But it smells differently. I've been to Istanbul, which is like the whole universe in itself, and I've been to the Bosphorus Canal, or what is it, Strait, and of course those smell different. Yeah, and I think, yeah, Arabic is maybe, or Moroccan. Let's call it Moroccan. Jesus, Arabic. It's huge. Moroccan is more spicy, my you know, the Moroccan scent, if you will. Turkey, trying to think. Maybe it's more this jasmine, this germain, flowery. Could be. And whetstone. Really cool. It's loud and chatty. It's like a wick. Can you hear it? Tells you exactly what it's doing. Oh yeah, I went to the crayfish party yesterday and I drove, so I was sober, and yeah, it's not as fun, but it's still worthwhile going. It's just, I'm not going to go into details, but a lot of these people, my people, haven't partied in a while, and you could tell. So it was a good party for them mainly, but it was all right. It was great to see everybody, and you see things you don't see when you're sober. You know, because some people really shouldn't drink in public, and really shouldn't drink while being with colleagues. I'll just leave it at that. Cool, gonna have a rinse. Yeah, the skin feels really good. I haven't checked what's in the soap, but I can tell it's nice stuff. Made in the USA, it's a shave soap. Let's see if we can figure out. Some soaps you can actually read. Tallow, coconut milk are the top notes, so it's tallow soap. Now I learned yesterday that coconut, I don't know, oil anyway, milk is maybe different, can be a bit drying, but I don't know if this one will be. But there was a long list of what appeared to be good stuff, so I don't think it's going to be dry. It feels really good for now, but you only really know when you've spent half an hour after the shave if the post experience is good. I've been trying out no post products for a while, but I'm gonna have a bit of witch hazel today. I decided even before, because it's nice. Now I don't have the one that Chris Bailey has, which is made by witches. This is made by Thayers, and his is probably superior, but this one's really good too. Cool, happy like that. The little Tohri shavette, it works just fine. 10 euros, second hand, and the Hamami. From Noble Otter. Really cool soap. Interesting scent. Please comment on this if you're able to. How do I get this thing out and bore knot in? And Marion, if you're watching, if it's sacrilege, tell me. I may check with you if I remember anyway. But I'm not using it as much. It's a little bit, there's a bit too much backbone, and I don't, and I should use it. This should be used, so, well, let me know what you think, guys. Basta. Grazie Walter, ancora. Arrivederci. Ciao. Stay sharp.